Hello and welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, I'm super excited to be discussing whether or not we're going into another major alt season. If so, you guys, what I think may be setting up right here will set us up for some massive profits in tons of the markets. This does not mean that Bitcoin will not go up through this period of time, but I will be discussing my personal plans and my strategies to make money off of all of this volatility inside of the crypto markets today. If you guys find value in this video, make sure that you share it with your friends on Facebook, on Twitter, on your favorite social media platforms so they can go ahead and profit along with you guys for all of this major, amazing movement that's about to happen. Go ahead and hit that like button for me right now, as well as subscribing, because I'm dedicated to uploading 5 videos a week just like this one to keep you guys posted and updated in the markets. By the way, we do a podcast every single Saturday, which gets uploaded by Sunday, so be watching for that one because I'm sure it's going to be another golden episode. So without further ado, let's get into why we could be going into the next alt season. So Bitcoin, you guys, a lot of people are very stuck on short time frame choppy action. This is a chart that I've been sharing with my VIPs. I also was discussing how I was personally going long on quite a few different altcoins yesterday and discussing why I think Bitcoin was going to see an upward move. Everybody was extremely bearish at this point right here when we started to come test this arcing support of around 64 to 64.50 in Bitcoin. There was just a lot of panic. And so I went ahead and went long. I did take a few leveraged longs. I generally do not use leverage. I'm using very low amounts of leverage with small positions. But sometimes I will take the opportunity if it's good enough. And so I did go ahead and take some yesterday. Those leveraged longs are in profit today across the board with my altcoins and my Bitcoin positions. And really, Bitcoin will probably continue on this uptrend. But the thing with Bitcoin is it's the mothership. It's adding the most market capitalization in the market. But that does not mean that there won't be altcoins that move higher percentage in that same period of time. One question I get asked a lot is, well, how much Bitcoin versus altcoin should I have? Pretty much since the beginning of high altitude, I've always said to keep at least 40% Bitcoin. There's times where I had even more than that, especially at the top of major bull markets. And then you can have another 40% in alts and at least 20% in USDT. If you want less risk, you can go ahead and put even like 30% inside of altcoins and the rest in USDT. But this is kind of the metrics, the setup that I've always personally done as far as portfolio allocation in the markets. With that being said, you guys, that 40%, the altcoins are probably going to do very well over the next little while. This right here is Bitcoin dominance. As you guys know, I am an Elliott wave trader, which states that there's a 1-wave impulse, a 2-wave impulse, a 3-wave impulse, a 4-wave impulse, and a final 5-wave impulse. And then you get a requisite ABC correction after every single impulse like that. Now, if we take our Fibonacci extension tool, the 3 waves is supposed to stop at the 1618. Hey, looky there. 3 waves stopped at the 1618. And then the 5-wave is generally, it can be a 1-to-1 extension of the 3-wave. It can be less than that as well, but that is one area, and it went straight to the 1-to-1 extension, just as we would expect. And now I see that we'll probably do a nice ABC corrective wave in Bitcoin dominance. Does this mean that I'm selling all of my Bitcoin? No, you guys, no. Do not be stupid and take too much risk in these markets, even if you have a high degree of confidence that it's going to go in the direction you plan. Always use risk management, because the second that you stop using risk management, you're going to be so caught up on the short time frame chop, like the fact that Bitcoin came and retested this horizontal support level, that you're probably going to sell all of it or try to go short at 6,500 or make just stupid trading decisions because you had no risk management. So I still stand by 40-40-20. That's just very, very intelligent to have that risk management in place. And also having too much in any one single altcoin is just stupid. This is what I've learned through my trading. This is my trading journal. This is not financial advice, but this is what I personally do. And this is my personal trading log. Now, with that being said, you guys, I do expect this Bitcoin dominance to test the 618 level. That's a very, very common area to be tested. The 618 level would be about 47% dominance. So that's kind of what I'm watching in the big picture for Bitcoin. That means alt season is likely here, you guys. This is a very, very bearish setup. This is descending resistance in the dominance. We have descending resistance as such. And I really think that that is just going to keep going down. The only thing that would cause an upward move is if this pattern ended up breaking this downtrending resistance, we'd have some type of like an expanding wedge pattern there. But so long as that resistance is still holding and we still see a lot of bearish setup and we're still counting 5 waves up, I expect this to do an ABC correction. So that means altcoins, you guys, are going to pop hard. If we check the altcoin dominance here, if we check the altcoin market capitalization here, you guys can see that altcoins have been in a horizontal consolidation trading range since January of 2019, and since we really started to complete the bear market and start a left translation from a bear market into a bull market. So this is a translation period. This reminds me a lot of when Bitcoin bottomed here. There was a capitulation, a bounce, another bounce, and then a final capitulation event. And so I do expect the altcoins to make a pattern where they actually break above this horizontal resistance, and that would put us well above 135 billion in total market capitalization and probably start taking us up towards the resistance of the A and the B wave again. Now, once we break above the A wave, I expect fully for us to shoot straight to the B wave, which is 300 billion in total altcoin market capitalization. You guys, this is a market cycle. This is the disbelief phase in my view, and depression was definitely right here at around 50 billion in market capitalization. That was ridiculously, stupidly undervalued, and it only makes sense that we start a new bullish cycle after this market cycle has completed as such. Now, what coins am I watching? Well, you guys can go look through my channel to see a lot of the coins I'm watching. You already know some of them: Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, BSV, Litecoin. There's a few in here I don't want to specifically mention because of the VIP calls, but you guys already know about my Tezos. And, you know, there's just a lot of really, really good coins on the top market capitalization to be picking from today. And there is a lot of green in the market right now specifically, but Bitcoin on the short time frame is retracing back onto support. So if you guys can buy short time frame red candlesticks, in no way do I consider this FOMOing. You know, FOMO, especially in the big picture, is like buying up here. If you're long-term investing anywhere down here, even if you're buying closer to resistance, it's still good to buy on a red candle so that you have a better risk to reward ratio. But this is not FOMOing into the market when you're buying after an 80+% retrace and a huge bear market. That is buying pure fear. I don't care what anybody says, that's buying completely bloody fear. And as I've stated in the past, you guys, I know for a fact, I speak with whales on a regular basis. There was a point in time where I would consider myself a whale. I'm rebuilding up to that point again. But I know a lot of whales. I know how they think. I speak with whales. I know traders on a regular basis, FaceTime, all different types of stuff. And whales drink blood. That's what they do. They drink blood. And this right here is pure blood in the market. That is complete disbelief, complete blood. Everybody thinks it's going to zero, and they are drinking it up like crazy, and they are getting ready for a massive upswing. So you guys, I'm still bullish. This is still following my Bitcoin pattern that I've been talking about for literally like a week now, probably at least. And even you guys know I've been bullish on Bitcoin since under 5K. When we had that huge capitulation event, that was when I started piling as much of my cash reserves in as I possibly could. And now I am seeing the results of the fact that I was buying pure fear, just as Warren Buffett would suggest in his quote, Be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy. You guys, the amount of fear that we have in the market. I mean, look at this. Bitcoin, fear, and greed. So if we check out the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, what's very, very interesting to me right now in the markets, if we just pull this up, is the fact that Bitcoin is, yes, we've seen an upswing since the 5K levels, but you guys, we're still at 7,000. Last year, we were 14,000 per coin. So we're still at 50% discount than we were last year. And we're still in extreme fear. We were in extreme fear last month. We were in extreme fear last week. We were in extreme fear yesterday. And we're still in extreme fear today. And so that right there tells me that if you really, really are looking at this from a perspective of buying fear and selling greed, we're definitely in a phase where there is a lot of fear. And you guys, when Bitcoin was at 14K, look, we were at a 87 greed index. So we are beyond fear and we are up towards greed. So this really is useful. The website is alternative.me, I believe. It's just crypto fear and greed index. A quick Google search will bring it up as well. And so this is really awesome. This is a really awesome metric for me. I also look at liquidations, and personally, I've been watching for a large increase in short seller liquidations. Last night, I took long positions because of how many people had been going short. I saw so much bearish sentiment, and also just there was a really nice setup. And today, you know, we have $26 million in short positions liquidated. So that was the amount that I'm looking for. We might even get up towards like 100 million by the time we break above resistance right here, you guys, at 7,300. So be watching the cryptometer.io, be watching the Fear and Greed Index. Watch the big picture. It's okay to buy. You know, aim for red candlesticks, but if you're buying a little bit of a green candlestick and you're 90% down in the big picture, you're not FOMOing. Don't believe the stupid stuff people will tell you because they're too scared to put their money into the markets. So that's kind of my view on Bitcoin, my view on the altcoins. There are tons of coins to pick from here, you guys, and lots of different altcoins. I have been pulling massive profits out of the market inside the VIP, been making money on Amazon, Netflix, Bitcoin, tons of different altcoins of whom I don't want to specify because they're still open signals right now. So make sure you click in the description box right now. I was just like you guys, confused, didn't know how to pull money out of the markets. And I know there are people that follow me that do pull money out of the markets on a regular basis because you've been watching me for a long time now. But for the people that don't, maybe you want to start making money, maybe you want to start pulling thousands of dollars out of the markets on a weekly basis. And that is what the VIP is all about. There's over 2,000 members, 40 plus videos, 3 different options. You can message me for a 20% discount. And this is really where you will take your trading to the next level. The stuff I teach in this course completely changed my life, allowed me to have a lot of passion, purpose, focus, financial benefit, you name it. This has really been life-changing for me and a ton of my other members. I get messaged all the time letting me know how thankful they are for what they've learned in my VIP group. So make sure you guys check that out. Description. Links are in the description. Message me for a 20% discount on the VIP areas. The Elliott Wave Power Series will get you all of the VIP content, including the 1 year, the lifetime. It's just a complete version of all of the content, plus my new Elliott Wave Power Series, so you can really accelerate your trading by 1,000%. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today's video. I love and appreciate every single one of you guys. Again, hit that like button for me. If you got value out of this video, share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, your favorite social medias, and I look forward to seeing you guys in tomorrow's video. As always, stay profitable out there.